Lovelies, you're welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, that leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Alright, lovelies, let's dive in into today's video.
So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok where a lot of people are reacting to the new bill that have been passed that might probably make, the Old Testament in the Bible illegal, or even Christianity illegal. Guys, I'm just going to roll the clip as well as some of the stitches I was able to put together, because this actually got a lot of people reacting and people have their own different opinions. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Alright, lovelies, let's dive into it.
I want to address something very quickly. As of yesterday, the House of Representatives is trying to pass a bill that will make Christianity illegal, trying to pass a bill that will make the Bible illegal. I'm going to put the articles here so that you can see. But I want you to understand one thing. The Lord told us these things will happen. He said that we will be persecuted for righteousness' sake. He said that we will suffer for his name's sake. Be encouraged in knowing that God is always going to stand with you no matter what happened. No matter what this wicked world try to do, God is always going to reign. This is why the Lord tells us to be rooted and grounded in him. It is time for the believers to put on the whole armor of God, because the enemy is fighting against the people of God. The Lord told us in his word, he said, write the words on the table of your heart, because there's going to come a time where they are going to take the Bible away. Be encouraged. God is with you.
Pass a bill to ban the Bible? The short answer is no. This week on May 1st, Congress passed a bill to expand the definition of anti-Semitism. In doing so, they gave several examples as to what would fall under that specific classification. One of those examples being the use of symbols and images associated with classic anti-Semitism. For better understanding, the claims of Jews unaliving Jesus or blood libel to characterize Israel or Israelis would fall under this category. Now, if this goes as far as being passed as a law, it could make the language in the New Testament illegal or considered hate speech, being that it is in those books of the Bible that Jesus' crucifixion is described. There are a lot of people concerned about the lack of religious freedoms that this could create, as well as other freedoms in the future. I encourage anyone interested in gaining more information about this specific bill to do a lot of research, considering there is a lot of false information being spread at this time. Nevertheless, if you are a believer, continue to follow the word of God, and always remember that no one can change it or take away from it.
So I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I do remember that people used to say, one day they're going to ban the Bible. One day they're going to ban the Bible. Do y'all see what's going on right now in Congress?
So, in a vote of 320 to 91, the United States House of Representatives just passed an anti-Semitism bill. Side note, the first anti-lynching bill was introduced in 1902, and it only took Congress 120 years to get around to it. But progress. Now, before we get into this bill, let's have a teachable moment on the word Semitic. Now, by definition, the word Semitic describes a group of languages including Hebrew and Arabic, as well as the people who traditionally speak them. And you will see here the word Semitic is rooted in the biblical name Shem, the son of Noah, who is traditionally thought of as the direct ancestor of the Jews and Arabs. While the word is often thought of as another term for Jewish, this is just one of a larger group of people who fall into this category. As well as Arab and Hebrew, Semitic languages also include dozens of ancient languages like Phoenician and Aramaic, and modern languages such as Maltese. And before anybody tells me about what happened in Bucharest in 2016, I'm already familiar with what happened. On May the 26th, 2016, the 31 member countries of the International Holocaust Remembrance Association decided to adopt a non-legally binding working definition of anti-Semitism. And that non-binding working definition defines anti-Semitism as a certain perception of Jews, which may be expressed as hatred towards Jews, rhetoric and physical manifestation of anti-Semitism are directed towards Jews or non-Jewish individuals and or their property towards Jewish communities, institutes, and religious facilities. But I also want you to pay special attention to this, however, because however, criticism of Israel, similar to that leveled against any other country, cannot be regarded as anti-Semitic. Now, back to our bipartisan bill that was passed today. Notice the changing that this bill includes. The definition of anti-Semitism would change to include denying Jews self-determination to their ancestral homeland of Israel. It would also include holding Jews collectively responsible for the action of the Israeli government. Take note. That would mean language used in certain protest chants on college campuses could be punishable under federal anti-discrimination law. Oh, but have no fear, you bigots, racists, and white supremacists. You can creatively put your kittens like this on social media or use that word in any capacity you would like towards black people. And your First Amendment freedom of speech is intact, because there are no federal laws against it. Have the day you deserve.
So the House just passed a bill trying to expand the definition of anti-Semitism. By expand, I mean it ridiculously equates criticism of Israel to anti-Semitism, which, I mean, that's what they've been doing all along anyway. They decided to go with the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance's definition of anti-Semitism, which says that it is anti-Semitic to equate the state of Israel as a racist endeavor, even if it is a colonial project. This is obviously a fascist ploy to directly target the students who are doing encampments and protests at their school. Because if you are deemed to be anti-Semitic under this law, and and it's a university, they will pull all federal educational funding from you. They're trying to make it illegal to know your history and then speak up when you see the same historical patterns repeating itself. Like they're trying to make critical thought. You know what? No, they're not trying to make critical thinking illegal. No, they want to make it illegal of the actions you take once you've critically thought about the situation. It's like keep it to yourself, shut up and take it. It doesn't matter if you see it as apartheid. It doesn't matter if you see it as racism, as colonialism, as aside. Keep it to yourself. That is the basis of this. Honestly, everyone should be terrified, no matter where you fall on the political spectrum, no matter what your personal views are. Because if they can start making it illegal to speak up and criticize a foreign country, and you go along with it, you as an American citizen are okay with it, then what happens when they start making the things you actually care about illegal too? When they start making it illegal to speak up and speak out against anything? If they're willing to do that over a foreign government, imagine if we let that pass, what they are willing to do to you. America does nothing out of the goodness of its heart. So you'd be a fool to think that they are doing this because they actually care about the safety and well-being of Jewish people. They don't.
The House of Representatives just passed a bill that many people are worried is going to have a chilling effect on free speech because it essentially says that criticizing the state of Israel is anti-Semitic, or could be used to say that. And as someone who studies anti-Semitism and cares a lot about fighting it, I just want to point out to everyone that one of the pillars of anti-Semitism is equating Jewish people generally with the state of Israel. So if you pass an anti-Semitism bill that says that criticizing the state of Israel is the same thing as criticizing Jewish people, you have now equated Jewish people with the state of Israel, which is anti-Semitic. And I just feel like we have lost the plot. Oh, God.
Anti-Semitism. So I am not Jewish, and I don't, I think I've made an effort in my life to not portray any version of anti-Semitism in my language. But as I'm reading H.R. 690, the bill that's going to the Senate around anti-Semitism, and then read the IHRA's definition of anti-Semitism and do a little bit of research, I found an article where they give a couple examples where the IHRA would defend that something is anti-Semitic. And two of them were, one, if I were to say that I think that there should be a binational democracy in Israel that gave the West Bank Palestinian citizenship. So my American brain automatically goes to this anti-discriminatory practice, that if you were to say to somebody that you can't live here because of your religion, we would consider that discriminatory practice. So like, in order to be not anti-Semitic, I have to be discriminatory. And that's how my brain computes that. So I think that the West Bank Palestinians need to be a citizen of a country. I think they need to have all of the rights and liberties that other citizens of a country have. They need to have a passport. They need to be able to come and go. They need to be able to create a life. That includes the freedom to travel. And I think part of this issue is, are they a citizen of Israel or are they their own state? And I would never have considered saying, well, just make them a citizen of the state, something that would be anti-Semitic. The other example they gave was the West Bank. To boycott West Bank settlements would be anti-Semitic. West Bank settlements are illegally procured, right? So the United States government thinks that it's illegal. Everybody else thinks it's illegal, but they just sort of take the land and tell you to get out. That's theft in my mind. In my American brain, where I live, that's theft. You can't just take my house. But we're letting that happen in another country. And if I were to say, well, I think we should boycott that situation, or where that whatever's going on there, that's anti-Semitism. Again, that's not. So I've always equated anti-Semitism with the religion, not the state of Israel or the country of Israel, right? And now I have someone in the House saying that if you were to ask AIPAC to register as a foreign agent, which is a lobby group, that would be anti-Semitic. Well, they're a lobby group that lobbies the United States to create policy to support Israel, a foreign country. I'm not trying to be anti-Semitic, but I think I disagree with all of those things. So in turn, yeah, right? Like this has now become very difficult to maneuver around. I think the West Bank, I think all the Palestinians deserve to live as a citizen of a country. I think the West Bank settlements should be boycotted because they're illegal. And I think that AIPAC should register as a foreign agent. And I'm not sure what names I get called now because of that. Well, I think I do. And people have called me that in the comments, and I want to argue against it, but I don't want to be ignorant. I've had lots and lots of conversations about people who say it's not racist because I say it's not racist. This feels similar, and I don't want to be ignorant, but at the same time, it's gotten complicated.
Breaking news, the U.S. House has just passed H.R. 6090, which expands the definition of anti-Semitism to include any criticism of the state of Israel. This is an unprecedented bill that will absolutely have a chilling effect on free speech, especially on college campuses where they are protesting peacefully Israel's war on Gaza. Never before have we ever passed a bill that makes criticism of a state government illegal. And the reason is obvious. Individual people have rights. Governments do not have rights. And this is not just my opinion. Leading members of Congress, like Representative Jerry Nadler, a Jewish American, openly condemned this bill and voted against it. Anti-Semitism is absolutely a scourge that must be condemned in the strongest possible terms, because anti-Semitism is a hatred of Jewish people, and Jewish people as human beings have equal rights and deserve safety and protection in who they are. But to criminalize the criticism of a state entity is extraordinarily dangerous precedent. By the same logic, you could criminalize criticism of Pakistan because it's the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, or of Iran because it's the Islamic Republic of Iran. Obviously, neither withstands scrutiny, neither makes any sense whatsoever. Similarly, criminalizing the criticism of the state of Israel makes zero sense whatsoever, because the state of Israel is a government, it is not a person. The bill has not yet passed the Senate and has not yet been signed into law. It is critical that we remain active and organized and ask our senators and the president to not make this a law.
Like, seriously, lovely, this is actually getting out of hand. Like, so criticizing what is actually happening or going on over there in Israel is now termed an anti-Semitic. Like, it's now illegal to actually voice your own opinion. It's now illegal for speech. Like, freedom of speech is now termed illegal, and they also want to actually make this to affect the New Testament in the Bible. Like, you know, when I saw this at the first time and the New Testament being maybe affected, or maybe they're trying to use the measures to actually ban Christianity, I was just wondering, I was just thinking about a lot of things. Then I just decided to, you know, check more and try to, you know, make my facts right before coming here to delegate. And I found out that a lot of people were like, a lot of pamphlet people were like, okay, this will not really affect Bible. It won't actually, you know, they won't be banning Christianity and also maybe banning the New Testament in the Bible. But why people are actually, you know, shocked and being out of words is because of there are some things that actually happened in the Bible. There are certain things that went on in the Bible, part in the Bible of the New Testament, that has to do with the anti-sentiment that they are talking about. That is why a lot of people are, you know, agitating and talking about how this could also affect, and this could also lead to banning the Bible, especially the New Testament and Christianity as a whole. You know, all the stories that has to do with the crucifixion of our Lord Savior and all of that. It's them also anti-sentiment. And this is just something that I just keep on wondering. So these people actually liked what is being going on. And you as an individual, when you decide to like maybe to come out and speak out, you are now like you are now a TREAT. Like, this is just ridiculous. So they just expect people to just take in whatsoever that it is that is going on, and you know, so they expect people to just, okay, even if anything you see, just keep it to yourself and just keep short. And like, to what end? So in this situation right now, with all of these things that is going on, what will really happen with the people of, you know, with the affected people? What will not happen to them? Like, that means everybody should just continue with their daily activities. Why this thing just keep on happening with the people of Paul? And you know, like, seriously, lovelies, when I saw this, I was like, so people cannot even, you know, air their own opinion anymore. People cannot even have a, you know, a peaceful protest anymore. And this was just as a result of the protests that's been going on with these campuses. This was as a result of it. And all they could think about is, okay, I think we just have to pass a bill that will make these people to stop this protest, or that may make people not to have the opportunity actually air their own views or opinion, or to even make people to be surprised and not be able to air their own, you know, free speech. So they're just looking for a way to actually subdue people, to oppress people, to make people to just accept whatsoever that is going on, and you don't have anything to say about it. It's like, are we trying to move forward, or we are moving backwards? because all of these things are actually not adding up. There are a lot of things going on. Like, let's just put all this political stuff and, let's think about all of this in the human form, like in form of humanity. Like, seriously, is it that there are people that is more yeah, we know about this, but like, seriously, in personal thinking and that has to do with humanity, this should just be looked into. So people cannot even express themselves anymore. Like, I posted a video of, a pan-colored woman trying to talk about how, oh my god, you want to protest, you want to do whatever you want to do, that she's so tired of this anti, pal and all of that. They should just go over there to do whatsoever they want to do, since they like it so much, that they shouldn't block her from getting her coffee. And I was just thinking, like, what has human being turned to be? Like, why is it that there is no sign of compassion anymore? Like, you do not see someone that has the same flesh that you have, as though this person actually needs help. This person, like, what is this world is just turning into something else. People are just doing whatever they want. People are just oppressing people without even, if not for anything. Just think about it in the human form. Like, think about it in what is good and what is bad. Think about it using your own conscience. Even if you don't want to think about it in terms of society and all of that, sometimes it's all good for us to just sit down, reflect on our life, reflect on how and on our own existence, and how we actually bring out whom we actually are. Like, would you take it? Like, how could human being actually take it and see a fellow human being, to be so subjected to something that I don't even know? Is it that we are all going backwards to what really happened? I don't just understand what is going on. Instead of us to be going forward, instead of us to, try as much as we can not to repeat what really happened in the past and decide to just move forward, it's as if the world is just moving backward. Like, this year is just full of every. This year, the truth was revealed. Is it that they are so, angry that a lot of things is being revealed that they never expected would be revealed, and now they are trying to ban so many things that might still help in exposing some hidden truth. They are trying to ban so many things that might allow people to look into the truth, and by this process might even find out more truth, just the way it is on this platform. Like, one time I want to just find out about something that is going on, another time I'm seeing something I'm not even looking for, that keeps me wowing and keeps enlightening me. So they are just trying to subdue people, not to allow people to talk, or not to allow people to have this free speech, or to actually have a contribution. So anything, if you feel that things are going wrong or bad, you don't have anything to contribute, just keep quiet, shut up, and just face the world the way the world is. And this is the kind of world we are finding ourselves in 2024. This is the kind of world we are finding ourselves in 2024. Like, seriously, lovelies. And a lot of people still have arguments on, oh my god, okay, what are you talking about? All of these things you're talking about is something that happened in the past. We all have moved past that. We are all hoping for the future. And is this the future? Is this what has really happened in the past, or are we now going back to the past? Like, what is happening? Like, seriously, to what end would this thing that is going on in power, to what end? Like, they are trying to zip everyone They're trying to zip our mouth. They're trying to make us not to have the freedom of expression and freedom of speech. Even if we can't do nothing, we can also use our voices. So it's best for us to just keep quiet and accept whatsoever that is going on. If those things come on your doorstep, you have to accept it with faith. Like, is this the kind of world they are creating for us and our generations unborn? Like, seriously, love this. Like, this, when I try to think about it, it breaks my heart. Like, the world is just, I don't know what is happening. Since the revolutions, so the Bible being, like, so many things have been removed from the Bible, and now there are some parts in the Bible that is termed to be illegal. Like, what the heck is going on? You people are just looking for a way to keep people from actually digging out the truth. Instead of them to find out the truth and speak out, you want them to find out the truth and keep quiet. To what end? Like, seriously, lovelies. To what end? This is highly, like, when I saw this video, I was like, I know this might actually come to this, because there are a lot of truth out there. People are just, oh my god, there are a lot, and they have been so, TREAT. Seriously. Anyways, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for informative and educational purposes. We're just here to learn and educate ourselves. And I also want to use this medium to thank every one of you who have reached out, who have actually, emailed me. Like, sometimes I go to my Facebook, I saw a lot of messages because a lot of you want to reach me directly. You can actually, join my membership there. I have a one-on-one discussion. Like, I can just, we have a one-on-one discussion in case you're trying to reach me anywhere or the other. So you can join my membership, send a message on my membership, maybe drop a comment there. I'll just reply as much as I can. So that is it, lovelies. Anyways, thank you for all the knowledge I have gotten so far from this platform, because the way I'm educating you guys are returning it back. You're just educating me more with all the comments. I read them, I do. So please, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn notification bell, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.
And if you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes, guys. Alright, lovelies. Please share this video, subscribe, and I will see you when I upload the next one.